looking at the loveliest calendar, and we'll talk about why this is so special in just a moment. So my lunch break guest today is Sharon Lawrence from Eastbourne. Sharon's behind an amazing Calendar Girl Star calendar, which has just been published. Keen photographer, mother had breast cancer, and she felt this was a way of raising awareness and photographing 13 amazing women. And we have one of those incredible women as well, joining Sharon Nadine from Hastings, who received her cancer diagnosis at the end of 2022. And it's Miss July. And I have to say, I just looked at your Miss July, and you've seen the photo, but you haven't seen your July offering yet.
No, I haven't seen it
but you
yet.
look amazing. It's a lovely photo.
Thank you.
We'll talk more about your diagnosis and why you got involved in just a moment. But Sharon, first of all, tell us where this all started, the idea for the calendar.
Well, I think as a boudoir photographer, I know how uplifting it is to have intimate portraits taken. And so I wanted to offer that experience to people that had breast cancer. So that just to give them an experience and just to give something back and to make them feel uplifted again, you know.
A lot of people feel really nervous about having their photo taken, and particularly vulnerable after a diagnosis like this. So to get these amazing photos, it must have been so wonderful for all the women involved.
It was, and I've had some real positive feedback from all of them. You know, like a lot of them have said like it's been an emotional healing experience for them, which has been a nice feedback.
There's a story behind every one of these. I'm just looking at the front of your calendar. Amazing woman, beautiful photo, but she's obviously been through a lot. She's been through the cancer diagnosis. She's still
going through chemo now. So yeah, it's definitely been a big experience for a lot of people.
And this calendar is all about celebrating the achievements of women like this who keep on carrying on through some difficult treatment.
Absolutely. And I didn't want the pictures to be of their mastectomies or of the trauma that they'd been through. I wanted it to see how positive they can look after the experience and see that life still goes on.
And what a lot of people say, inevitably in your calendar, is shock. You never expect it to be you. We hear about people getting breast cancer, but we never think it will be us.
No. And I think I heard that a lot because right in the beginning, I did an application process and I asked everyone, you know, what is your experience with breast cancer? I asked everyone to describe a word that was them, and it's actually on every page and the title of every page. And then I also asked them what advice they would give someone that was newly diagnosed, and that's in the calendar as well.
So let's bring Nadine into this. Miss July, and you must be so proud of that. How did you feel when you got involved in this? Because I hate having my photo taken. Are you someone that enjoys being photographed?
No, not at all. That was my biggest well, there was a challenge. I don't like pink either, and we did do pink, didn't we? But I embraced that. But no, I'm one of those people that's very self-conscious. I didn't like my shape and my body before cancer, and adjusting to it, going through the treatment and the surgery was massive. So having this opportunity, and I saw it as an honour to be involved, and the opportunity to push myself was one of the things I wanted to do. So for a personal reason, I wanted to do it and show my body as it is and get more used to it. So it helped me, emotional healing, like you say, that growth, but also to show other people that positivity, because people are scared, aren't they, when they get a diagnosis? That word cancer is scary. So to show this calendar reflects the joy, the beauty, the positivity of what we can all go through while we're going through it and after cancer treatment. So,
your advice as well is trust. You know, trust those people around you. Trust, and sometimes I think, you know, when you're used to kind of taking your own decisions in life, and you suddenly become part of a team who are treating your cancer, that must be quite difficult sometimes.
Very difficult. That was a big challenge for me as well, trusting, giving out, losing control, because you lose it completely, and trusting everyone around you. And for the photographic shoot, I had to put my trust in Sharon, and I did. Luckily, she didn't let me down. It was a beautiful experience, and the photos are wonderful, aren't they? So,
I love your photo. So you've got sort of fur rug. It's the ultimate in glamour here. Gorgeous. You want an old style phone, resplendent in some very silky pink.
Yes.
Sharon, talk us through how you came up with the idea for this photo, because I'm assuming you staged all of this.
I did, but it was ultimately all of the women that had an input into this. When I did the application, I said to them that something in their picture had to be the signature pink for the breast cancer now. And so when I spoke to Nadine, she wasn't really sure about what she wanted to do, other than the fact that she wanted to just start loving her body again. I'm like, well, to do that, we kind of have to expose you a little. And so we went with the pink satin sheet. And it just went from there, really.
It's amazing. And I think that's it, isn't it? You kind of can not trust your body, not love your body when you are facing such a diagnosis.
Absolutely. And I think, that's...
What's lovely as well, Nadine, is this is such a positive calendar. You talk about the challenges you face, but also how positive you feel for the future.
Yes, so positive. And I think that's, with Sharon asking those questions, what would you say to someone else who's been diagnosed? How do you feel about it? The wording on the calendar, it's not just pictures, is it? There's beautiful words there that are uplifting and motivational. And I hope that people will take that positivity with them, because that's what we all felt, wasn't it? Right. Going through it, so positive and connected. And like you say, trusting the process.
We're going to talk more about the calendar, which does raise a smile on a number of pages, and even the title, Thanks for the Mammories Calendar 2025. We'll talk more in just a moment after Gloria Gaynor. Lawrence from Eastbourne, who's behind an amazing calendar, girl-style calendar. And with her as well, we've got Nadine Searle, who is Miss July. And you've just looked at you hadn't looked at it before you came in, and you've just looked at July, and you brought a little tear to the eye, didn't it?
It did, yes. And it's very emotional. The wording, the dedication, because everyone's got a dedication who they're dedicating it to. So, yes, it moved me quite a lot.
Who was yours dedicated
Mine's
to?
my friend Tracy, who unfortunately isn't with us anymore, but she got diagnosed a few years before I did, and I was lucky enough to support her through what she went through, and I wanted to dedicate the calendar to her.
Yeah, I can see that is so great. And there are some amazing women in this calendar.
There are.
We were both laughing at the wonderful photo in October and the astonishing pair of legs that Miss October has.
I know. She's our oldest calendar girl.
She looks amazing. Pictured in a bikini, legs in the air.
Yep.
Fantastic. And that's it. It's a celebration.
It is a celebration. Celebration that they're here to celebrate their health and what they've been through. They all look great.
I just think, it's a lovely idea, but no one quite realises how hard it will be. You've got to do all the admin, getting the calendar, getting it printed, getting everyone together, doing the photographs. How long did this take you?
Well, it started back in February when my sister and I were talking about it, and she was like, just do it. You've been talking about it for way too long now. And that's when I got the applications out and started taking applications from everybody. And then in April, I contacted the first people that I decided on accepting. And then we started shooting in May. I went to the US and shot one person there. And then in July, we kind of ramped it up and I did 7 in 1 week.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And then Nadine was part of ones that we did in August. And then I did my final one, which was our one with the legs. In September.
Nadine, you've finished your treatment now, which must be a huge relief.
Yes, I have. A celebration. So the calendar is perfect timing for me personally. So it's wonderful to celebrate this. My new life, my new shape, my new body, my new everything. So, yeah.
And being part of the calendar is part of that, feeling better about yourself.
Yes, totally, yeah. It's confirmation that we can look gorgeous.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, they are really lovely photos. How long did it take you to do each one? I mean, it must have taken a lot of, I like this one at the end as well. Dear body, I'm grateful for your strength and resilience. You're perfectly imperfect. Every scar tells my story.
Absolutely. It is, yeah.
And it is hard because we live in a world where people are obsessed with, we're bombarded with images of perfection. But actually, these are images of perfection.
They are. Everyone is imperfect in their own way.
Yeah. So what next then? Now the calendar is on
now
sale.
I need a rest.
Yeah, you do need a rest.
Yeah, well, for the rest of the year, obviously, we'll be pushing the sales. All of the money raised will go to breast cancer now. So that's what's ahead right now, and then I'll just need a rest.
Yeah, I think you do a very long rest. Breast cancer now, I imagine, provides a lot of support for women who get that diagnosis.
They are support and research. So I know Nadine got a lot of support from them when you were going through yours.
Yes, they're a really, really wonderful charity. So I was glad that that was who the money was going to. Yeah.
It's so strange, isn't it? You forget with a cancer diagnosis, it's not about the treatment, it's all the other things around it, potentially not being able to work, just the cost of going to and from appointments and car parking and everything that goes with that.
Yeah, and I think, because it's going to research, we're also supporting those that have yet to be diagnosed as well, which I think is important.
Where can we get the calendar?
Where can you get it? We are in lots of places. Online, we are at www.breastfriendsforever.co.uk, which are also a charity, but they are selling it for me online. We are in Morrison's in Eastbourne for a couple of days next week. And then there's lots of other places that you can find us. But if you go to our Facebook page, thanks for the Mammories, you'll find us there.
Are sales going well at the moment? Has there been an
it doesn't officially go on sale until the 1st of October, which is tomorrow, but I have sold, nearly 200 already.
So come along and see you in Eastbourne,
Morrison's on the 10th and the 11th of October.
And it's such a pleasure to meet you both. And Nadine, inspiring to hear your story. You must very much be looking forward to 2025, being part of the calendar, and to Christmas as well. We know what everyone's getting for Christmas.
Exactly, yes. Thank you.
It's so lovely to meet you. Thank you for being my lunch break guest, and well done. An amazing achievement. Thank you.